A big search is underway this morning for a United States Marine helicopter missing in Nepal. It was carrying 6 Marines and 2 Nepalese soldiers responding to the latest deadly earthquake. Tuesday's quake triggered landslides and killed at least 65 people. Seth Doane is monitoring developments from Beijing. Seth, good morning.
Good morning. We just got off the phone with members of the U.S. military on the ground in Nepal. They tell us that as of this hour, no contact has been made with anyone on board that missing helicopter. We know those Marines were in a remote region of Nepal where they were delivering tarps and rice, but ultimately did not return from that mission. And a search team that went out overnight did not find any trace of them.
The search by air for the missing Marines continued at first light this morning as helicopters took off from Kathmandu's airport. There are currently about 300 U.S. troops in Nepal. They've been using choppers to ferry relief supplies to hard-to-reach regions. We were there earlier this month as one of the Huey helicopters was offloaded from a giant U.S. military C-17 transport plane. Tuesday's magnitude 7.3 earthquake flattened buildings that had withstood the April 25th quake and once again sent panicked people running into the streets, away from structures. The repeated aftershocks have made it impossible for us to stay at home, this Kathmandu resident said. Tent cities that had gotten smaller as aftershocks lessened were set up again. And the search for survivors resumed, with emergency workers using cameras and dogs to look for those trapped under rubble. Within hours of Tuesday's quake, the World Food Program began assessing the damage in Sindapalchuk, the district where Tuesday's quake was centered. It's the same region where we saw entire villages destroyed earlier this month. WFP says it's fed close to 1 million people so far in what it called an immensely challenging operation.
One of the things we kept hearing while we were in Nepal is that it is not just the challenge of the terrain, but also the challenge of the timing with the monsoon season approaching. That means rain and likely more mudslides, landslides that could very easily cut roads, Charlie, and cut off more aid.
Seth Doane in Beijing, thanks.